So this is where it was last time when it was all covered in snow. I put my fire over here, and now that there's no snow, I can actually see that someone else had a fire right there. So I picked a good spot. Well, it's spring again. Only just barely though. I'm back in a familiar place. Last time I was here, I was trying to do a 2-nighter and I had to bail on it because of the weather, and I'm hoping to complete it this time. I really wanted this to be a winter trip. I guess I'm just gonna have to settle for early spring. I was supposed to be out last week, but I had to cancel because I got sick. I'm still getting over it now, but I'm happy to finally be out here. The spot that I stayed at last time is just a 10-minute hike that way. I saw this open area on the map, so I thought I would come and check it out just to camp in a different spot this time. It looks like somebody else had the same idea because there's a perfectly nice fire pit right here. The plan is still to go to the same spot tomorrow. Today it's really nice out, super clear, super sunny. Tomorrow we're supposed to be getting some snow and rain. Sunday, planning on getting out of here. Weather looks great for that too, so I'm looking forward to it. Yep, it's definitely spring again. A deer just walked up on me when I was messing around with the tarp. Right kind of at the corner of the swamp there. It turned around and I saw the tail go out of the corner of my eye. By the time I grabbed the camera, it had run into the brush and you couldn't see anything. That would have been cool to get on camera though. I went back to the old campsite to get the sticks that I used to prop up the shelter last time. Was it worth it? I don't know, it's hard to tell. This is wintergreen, and there's a berry on it. So you can tell that it's a wintergreen because the veins on the leaf form this little heart shape, and also just because of how they taste. Yep, it's wintergreen. I've never eaten the berries before. It's kind of grainy. The leaves taste more like wintergreen than that berry did. sounds like that clear was. It sounds like he's like right across from the lake. Yeah. That one sounds like it's right across the lake. I wonder if he sees me. It's gotta be right there. I wonder if he's barking at me. It's funny. That was pretty wild. When I first heard it, it sounded like there was one on the other side of the lake. And then when I started recording, it sounded like it was running away. But then, again, right back on the other side of the lake, and then it sounded like it ran away again. I could hear the ice crunching on the other side of the lake too. That's the third train I've heard this evening. Tonight's dinner, dehydrated butter chicken with rice. I mean, it looks all right. It smells good, but the chicken feels like it's a little hard. It tastes good. Chicken's a little chewy, but it'll work. So I got little pieces of chicken jerky in here. I did some foraging. That's some of the wintergreen that I found. It was hard to find them with the berries, so I've got like 4 or 5 berries in there, I think. But they'll all go in, and I'm gonna make some tea. Apparently these are also quite volatile, because I had some extras that I went to put in the fire, and this happened. Huh. So that's fun. It's not bad. It's a lot more mild than I thought it was going to be. I could brew that way stronger. It'd be great. Tea's still a little hot to drink. So while I'm waiting for it to cool off, I'm going to go pack up my food and hang the food bag. I have a perfect tree in mind. I saw it earlier today when I was collecting firewood, and I think it's going to work great. There we go. That's probably like the best bear bag I've ever hung. The perfect tree for it too. I've got some tea to drink. Just gotta throw my sleeping mat on top of my bag, blow up my pillow, and I'll be ready for bed. So, see you tomorrow. And we beat the train. The plan is to pack up, get out of here, head on over to the next lake. I think it's about a 5 or 6K hike. That'll give me plenty of time to find a spot, get set up and get hunkered down because we are supposed to be getting rain. Initially it was calling it for around 5 p.m. I just got another weather report and it looks like it might be a little earlier than that. I would like to be set up and ready to go by the time the rain comes. Well, it certainly is snowing. Alright, looks like this is going to be camp. I could put a fire in those rocks and be well protected, and I can set up my tarp on the edge of it, and I should be pretty well sheltered. There we go. There's nails in some of these logs. I think I'm gonna fill this area in with a little more snow just to make sure I don't get a hole in my sleeping pad. That's not too bad. Welcome to the woodshed. This is the scrap plywood that I pulled out earlier. This is all the small stuff, but it's kind of wet. This stuff here is bigger, but it's nice and dry. So I'm gonna split a few more of these. I tore down my shed. I'm using it as a wind block because the wind is starting to pick up, and I remember how that went last time. I may have overestimated the amount of sausage that I was going to need. Worth the wait. That pasta dish beat me. I finished all the sausages and the tomato sauce, but I had some extra noodles left over and I wasn't about to eat them plain. I'm not that hungry. Time to go hang the food kit. And I was a dum-dum today and wasn't paying attention to find any good places where I could hang it. I think I found a spot that'll work okay. Okay, there. Oh my gosh. I had to make that comment about the last one being my best bear hang ever. Immediately followed by the worst one I've ever done. Some more disappointing news. I was totally gonna have hot chocolate after I hung that bag. But I forgot to take the hot chocolate out. Water's boiled. So I grabbed some pine needles. I'll do some pine needle tea instead of the hot chocolate. Oh, I am tired. I just got my tea left, and then I can finally change out of my wet socks. Everything else underneath is really good. The splash pants and the raincoat have done a good job at keeping me dry underneath. But my boots and my socks are soaked, and that is gonna suck tomorrow morning, but that's the way it goes. Yeah, that's a good way to end the night. You know, I'm not gonna lie, at the beginning of this trip I was a little apprehensive just because of the weather. I kept trying to do this winter two-nighter. I got busy doing other things. After pushing it off and seeing how good the weather was last weekend, I was a little hesitant to come out and do it this weekend because I knew the weather was going to be a little rougher. Today has been wet, that's for sure. All in all, I'm happy I pushed myself to get out. Yeah, I'm glad to be out. It's good to be out here. Well, the wind came back. I ended up using my ground sheet to make another wall just to block the wind out because the rain was actually getting blown into the back of the shelter. It's still up and not wet, so yeah, that's the stuff. because I didn't get to have any last night. I'm having it this morning. Oh, yes. It's everything I dreamed it would be. Well, that's it for me. That was quite the trip. We got some sun, we got some snow, we got some sleet, we got some hail, we got some freezing rain. We got a nice little spring preview there, and then a sobering reminder that we're not quite out of the woods yet when it comes to that icy cold weather. But I've got quite a walk out of here, so I'm gonna get started. As always, thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.